and we have fought for 4 years to make sure Iowa goes first, and we have important relationships that we want to keep in place, and we will, but we have to do it in a way that is respectful but also clear about our intent, and that our intent is to go in January, not the idea of moving into December makes no sense at all.
So I shouldn't read anything into the fact that we're no Iowans in New Hampshire.
No, what you should read into is the fact that Mauro, the Secretary of State, was on the phone, had a conference call with Secretary Gardner, that I met with Governor Lynch in February, that I met with Howard Dean in February, that we will continue to work through the state parties and our friends at the DNC to keep Iowa's lead-off position.
Governor, did the DNC's recommended calendar create this calamity?
The calendar right now works for us on the 14th. So they voted for the calendar as it stands now, and within the rules and within the committee, the presidential caucus and primary committee. So we're fine with, to date, what has transpired through the DNC.
So as Iowa's governor, you don't have a problem with the Democratic Party imposing a calendar on your constitutionally granted right to set your own election rules?
We fought to keep Iowa first in the nation. We're going to be first in the nation this year, working with the DNC.
As you stand here, do you feel like the odds are that this will end up at 14, or that it'll be earlier?
I think there's a good likelihood that when the dust settles, we'll go on the 14th, but we're prepared to do whatever it takes to keep our first in the nation status. Again, I've been through this before. I think that experience helps. I've been to New Hampshire. I've met with representatives there. We did that when I was Secretary of State, and I think it's time for everyone to take a deep breath, to take a step back, and to realize that we have a process that has worked certainly since 1972, with Iowa being first, and I expect that will be the case in 2008. But it's never easy. It'll continue to take some work.
What would be the negatives in moving it up to the first week of January?
There's no reason to move anything right now. New Hampshire hasn't changed their date, and until they do, we're sticking on the 14th. So there's no reason to do that this time.
What is the concern with December?
Well, I think given the obvious, you've got all the holiday season, Christmas, New Year, that the timing is not good for obvious reasons. But most importantly, this is a 2008 presidential race, and the delegates are supposed to be selected in the calendar year where we're going to be electing a president. So it's just basic common sense to kick it off in January, and we've traditionally started the process in either January or February, and we're going to stick to tradition and make sure we do it again in 2008.
We have time for one more question.
Do you blame the blogosphere columnists for fanning speculation that it would be in December before any announcements or decisions were made by the people?
Not at all. No, I think this is great that we're having a healthy discussion and debate about the presidential selection process, and as all I can tell you as the governor of Iowa is we're going to fight to keep us first, and we're going to fight to make sure it's in January of 2008.
Thanks, everyone.